November 23rd. The instructor comes to Adam and Eve. Then the female spiritual principle came in the serpent, the instructor. And she taught them, saying, "What did he say to you? Was it, 'From every tree in the garden shall you eat, yet do not eat from the tree of recognizing evil? Do not eat from the tree of knowledge?' The earthy woman said, 'He not only said, don't eat from them, but also don't touch them, lest you die.' The serpent, the instructor, said to her, 'Don't be afraid. You certainly shall not die. For it was out of jealousy that he said this to you. Rather, your eyes shall open, your mind will become sober, and you will come to be like gods, recognizing the distinctions which exist between evil and good.' And the female instructing principle was taken from the snake, and she left it behind, merely a thing of the earth." Now Eve had confidence in the words of the instructor. She gazed at the two trees and saw that they were beautiful and appetizing, and liked them. She took some of the fruit and ate it, and she gave some also to her husband, and he too ate it. Then their intellect became open, for when they had eaten, the light of knowledge had shone upon them. When they clothed themselves with shame, they knew they were naked with regard to knowledge. They recognized that they were naked of the spiritual element, and took fig leaves and bound them upon their loins. When they sobered up, they saw they were naked, and they became enamored of one another. They understood very much. Now when God saw that Adam and Eve had acquired a different knowledge, God desired to test them. God gathered all of the domestic animals and wild beasts of the earth, and the birds of the heaven. God brought them to Adam and Eve to see what they would call them. When they saw them, they named their creatures. God was troubled, because Adam and Eve had sobered from every ignorance. Another classic, reinterpreted by the Gnostics. The classic story of the Garden of Eden and the serpent's temptation. As you can see, the framing of the story is quite different when it is told through the Gnostic lens. In this version of the story, the serpent is not Satan, but rather a vehicle for the divine feminine teaching principle. Notice also what the instructing principle in the shape of the serpent says to Eve. If they eat from the fruit, they won't die, but rather their minds will be cleansed, they will be awakened. So what do you think of this Gnostic retelling? What insights do you extract from these two readings? Let me know in the comments below, and thanks for joining me. Stay centered, my friends.